And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. It's the edge of the world in all of Western civilization. The sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final location. It's understood that Hollywood sells Californication. Hey, your surgeon very well to break the spell of aging. Celebrity skin, is this your chin or is that war you're waging? Firstborn unicorn, hardcore, softcore. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Mary McGill, be my ferry to the world, be my very own constellation. A teenage bride with a baby inside, getting high on information. And buy me a star on a boulevard, it's Californication. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. In Cobain, can you hear the spheres singing songs off station to station? And Alderon's not far away, it's Californication. Born and raised by those that raise control of population. Everybody's been there and I don't need no vacation. Firstborn unicorn, hardcore, softcore. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Dream of Californication. Destruction leads to a very rough road, but it also breeds creation. An earthquake's out to a girl's guitar, that's just another good vibration. And tidal waves couldn't save the world from Californication. Hey, your surgeon very well to break the spell of aging. Sicker than the rest, there is no test, but this is what you're craving.
Good morning. What is going on, traders? Man, the market is nuts right now. We are seeing some insane action in both directions. Now, of course, last night, Trump sent us down. For those of you living under a rock, that tariff announcement really sold the market off last night, and the SPY pushed down in a crazy, crazy way. The bulls are pissed today. And I don't blame them, honestly. Pretty bad drop-off from the tariff announcement. I had like a little hope in the back of my head that maybe the market would like the tariffs. As soon as the event started, we saw some green come in. I was like, are we really going to get a nice pop here? And then Trump brought out that reciprocal tariff board, and we saw a massive pullback there. That is pretty insane to see the drop off as much as we're seeing right now. I thought it was a pretty massive drop. Now the SPY is opening down 3.2%, which has got to be one of the worst opens in a while. We'll see where it ends up today. I'm using 550 and 548 as major resistances coming up. These are the main levels that I am watching for. 550 was a major level from last week. And then even a couple weeks ago, 550, there we go. There's the peak. 550, and then 547 touched on Monday morning. So I'm watching that like 547, 548, and then 550 area. I would doubt that the SPY gets back above 550 today, but Mason goes, holy fuck, I'm rich. Bought 3 SPY puts, 560 for Friday at 348 yesterday. Sold them at open for 1,500. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Mason's getting that blackjack money. Mason, didn't you do really good on like, what's that, craps or whatever? Everybody's been playing craps nowadays. Gets me laughing. SPY, come on, 550 coming up into play. All right, we're about to touch 548 here. Keep it on the radar. All the tech stocks are pretty much down. If we go check the Mag 7, you're going to see some, well, you're seeing good action because it's not going back far enough to show you the badness, but at open, we have seen some decent recoveries, but obviously from last night, nowhere near those levels. Look at Apple right now. They were one of the worst ones. Nvidia looks rough. Let's pull up our picture of the tariff board. These are some pretty high tariffs here, 34% on China, 46% on Vietnam, Thailand, Switzerland, Indonesia, Malaysia, Cambodia. That's a lot. It's crazy how much they charge us, too. Honestly. I like how it says including currency manipulation and trade barriers. That's probably kind of hard to quantify onto paper in a tariff sense, but I wonder how they do that. Nami said they don't really charge those numbers. Some people say that, but I don't know if I can agree. I mean, there's no way to tell for real. I don't know. It could be. It does say it includes currency manipulation, so, like, that could be a big deal. I know that those countries definitely manipulate their currency a lot. Now, I'm not the most knowledgeable into currencies and currency manipulation. I'm not like a currency expert out here, but it's definitely something that I think goes on. J-Mo said those numbers are not real. I don't know. They've been looking into it for a while. Maybe we're all being swindled. Who knows? I don't think so, though. Maybe they have access to numbers that, like, you know, other people can't have access to. I don't know. How does tariffs affect companies like DraftKings and Airbnb? I don't know. DraftKings and Airbnb, you know, that's a weird... I don't think tariffs would affect DraftKings at all, honestly. But we got to keep in mind that if the overall market starts to fall, DraftKings will probably just follow the overall market down. I guess one thing to think about is, like, let's say tariffs hurt the U.S. economy and it hurts the consumer. And, like, let's say prices all go up in the short term or something wild. We might end up seeing DraftKings do bad as, let's say, betting volume drops and people quit betting on sports as often and stuff. Now, here's the thing I will say. The good news for DraftKings is that humans are kind of stupid. So, like, even if they're poor, they still bet on shit. So that's the that's the only plus DraftKings has there. But I honestly think that's the only way that they'll get affected. Because they don't deal with, like, importing products, you know, they deal with, like, bets. I don't know how you'd tariff that. And plus, they couldn't import anything, really, so I don't know. I haven't read up on it, though. Maybe they had some... Let's see, what was the other one? The other one might be better there. Airbnb. Yeah, again, that one is something I don't think is going to be too affected either. Airbnb. Besides just following the overall market sentiment down, I don't think that they're going to be necessarily, like, individually affected. Because they don't really import anything or produce anything or anything like that. They're just kind of dealing with, we'll just say, servers, right? They deal with servers probably to run their, like, Airbnb platform, right? I'm sure they deal a lot with that, but they're generally just kind of like software. A lot different than somebody like let's say Apple, who has to make these iPhones in China and has to deal with China's consequences now, and who knows what China's going to do now on whatever they're going to do. One big threat that these other countries had that I think that we might start to see come out a little bit more, that is going to be very important for tariffs and just thinking about companies like Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, companies like that, is that we need to be careful on what we're going to hear with investigations on these companies. I think other countries like China, Russia, who knows? You know, the EU, of course, they're probably going to start coming out with oh my gosh, we're going to hit NVIDIA with an anti-whatever lawsuit. Like maybe an antitrust lawsuit or something, or we're going to investigate them for shady practices or something. Who knows? You know, they're going to say Apple's a monopoly or God, you know, I'm just coming up with any scenario in my head here, but it is, that is one thing that I'm thinking about. Apple's actually making a new low of the day right now. As being one of the worst stocks affected by this, they are definitely showing it here. Low on the morning. A Redditor found the numbers. I don't know that I'm going to trust a Redditor over the president, but I got you. Jeanette said, well, they are exporting a service. Do they export a service? Let's see. Yeah, that could be, Jeanette. That could be something that they do. That's a good thought. Tariffs and digital goods? Ah. That could get a little wild there then. Wow, look at Apple go. Let's watch 200 on the book map. At least Pepsi's green. That's funny. Of course they are, right? Pepsi. That's kind of funny. I wonder if ketchup's green. Sean, we got ketchup moving. I don't know that that's the same numbers, Nami. U.S. export to Japan, U.S. import. I don't know there. I like that bottom low here, 454 on the NASDAQ. We're probably going to see it give out. I bet Coke's green. Wow, Coke and Pepsi are really popping it off. Look at that action. Wow. These value stocks are where it's at today. Unless you're trading puts, that is, but... You think Trump is forcing a recession? That is a good question, Mike. That is a good question. You know what? That's actually such a good question. Maybe we should do a poll. Let's do a poll. I'm making it up. I'm making it up. All right, vote in the poll. Let's see. Do you think Trump is forcing a recession? You can either vote for yes, forcing it, no, but recession might happen, or no recession, or I don't know. Which one do you think? I'm curious. You know, just vote how you feel. I'm curious what you guys think, honestly. It's a tough one to answer. In some ways, you know, he wants, like, yields to come down. Like US 10Y, right? Look at US 10Y last night. Look at the 10-year yield. Remember, we talked about this setup on the yields yesterday. Do you guys remember talking about this setup yesterday on the US 10Y? Or it might have been on Monday, but... yeah, that's another conversation, Tangy, man. That's another convo some people would like to have. Christian said Costco's 30 points off the bottom. Sheesh, that is quite the rip on Costco. Bill said, my answer's not yet. He wants to see if the tariffs work first. I guess some people, Bill, might be thinking that he's trying to get, like, let's say, a recession going with the tariffs. I think that's kind of like the thought some people have. Of course, not everybody, right? Cost up to $9.76. But yeah, I like your thoughts too, Bill. I think that it's more of that. That is true, Brandon. One thing that really does suck about this whole situation with the tariffs and with everything going on right now is that there's a lot of people out there who don't really care about the overall economy. They only care about the short-term price action, right? So, like, let's say that, like, what Trump's doing might ultimately be good for the country. It might be bad in the short term. And even Trump has came out and he's warned that, you know, he doesn't really care about the stocks and, you know, not to look at the stock market and things like that. And I have seen him say a lot of things along those lines recently. So it is a bit scary to hear him say those things. It's almost like he was foreshadowing to people like, hey, you might want to either hedge or something. Hell yeah. Mason hits it on the head. Just buy up the dips and you're fine, really. No reason to panic, of course. As the SPY falls off like this, it's going to create some great opportunity. Great opportunities for us. Really dollar cost average in. Buy up dips on some of your favorite stocks. Obviously, be a little patient as these things can last a little while, but look at some dips out there. I always love days like this. You can always see, like, you can tell who gets pissed off on these days and who doesn't in the chat. Sometimes people get a little angry out there. Just try to keep a nice level head, you know? Tesla 275 resistance. Rejecting there. It actually couldn't break. Nvidia is pushing lower. Apple's still down quite a bit. Not quite the 200 yet. They're bouncing around 202.50 at the moment. Holding up pretty well, though. Showing a little signs of buying here, but nothing too crazy yet. Microsoft held 370 very well. That's actually a pretty good hold there, I gotta say, by Microsoft. Kind of coming back here. Microsoft gonna try to recover a little bit. See how high it gets on this one. So far, so good. No, Miguel. I don't think anybody said Trump don't look at the stock market. Trump said, try not to look at the stock market, right? Trump said he doesn't really care about the stocks right now, is what he says, essentially. He definitely looks. I know that. That wasn't the point. That wasn't the point, Miguel. Sean said, I've had almost 50% of the whole port in SGOV. I'm ready to go shopping. Hey, there we go. SGOV, the best place to park money. You know, just get paid a nice dividend every month. Yeah, Horde. Yeah, there's a lot of argument there, I guess, like with the successful business thing. I mean, here's the main thing, right? Is like, if you look at like Trump's like net worth, like when he started, and then like you look at the net worth after and all the money made and everything like that, you know, there's an argument there. One that I really don't want to get, I don't want to have here, but I understand people's thoughts and thinking that way, but let's see the NASDAQ here down to 460. That's going to be a big resistance here today, man. It's failed at it already once at open. It's testing it pretty quickly here again. If it rips through 460, I'll be pretty surprised and might have to even look at some upside potential. Kind of surprising me. Man, Horde, he said most of his net worth right now came from his crypto scam or his NFT scam. Man, Horde, that sounds like a very inaccurate statement, but again, I'm not here to argue it. The dude owns like golf courses, multiple golf courses. I mean, I'm sure that those golf courses are worth alone more than whatever those crypto things are. Now, granted, it's his business that owns it, probably, but... Alright. Enough of that. 278 resistance on Tesla, 280 resistance coming up. It's starting to reject a little bit, trying to run up, though. We're seeing a few tech stocks here trying to run up. Looking at the Mag 7, attempting to move. Now, looking at our watch list here on the day, which will not come up. Oh, it was on a different screen. A lot of stocks down. Leading the way, Shopify, 14%. Let's just go from the bottom up here. Shopify, 14%. Wow. GRMN. Garmin, 14%. To the downside. Logitech got hit really hard too, 13%. TradingView doesn't like to load the charts here. FSLR. A lot of PA moving around. 138.50 to 140 coming up. Music's on point. Let's go. Glad you like the music today. We got the jukebox working. MNST. Monster in the green. Kraft. Kroger up a little bit. 4% by Kroger. You know what else is up is the defense stocks. Northrop. Lockheed. RTX is almost in the green. Lockheed's moving a little bit. Look at Lockheed off this daily trend line again. This daily trend line on Lockheed is crazy. So many bounces. It bounced again recently. I thought that it might actually break the trend line and go lower recently because they fell off with that Boeing news, how they're going with Boeing for those F-47s, I think they're calling them. F-47s. Yeah, pretty crazy trend there, Sean. It's holding up well with Lockheed, too. It's definitely an interesting one here. It has weak correlation to the SPY, so it doesn't really care about the overall market. It is pretty low. Trump's kind of ramping things up. Like, if we start bombing Iran or something, like he says, who knows, right? We might see defense stocks go crazy, but it does worry me that they didn't get that contract from Boeing. Or I guess technically from the government. Boeing came out and got it underneath them, but Boeing's down a lot today, I gotta say. Go check Tesla here in the short term. The bulls in hibernation today. They might be coming out of hibernation a little bit. We're starting to see, you know, a little bit of recovery maybe. The NASDAQ trying to hold up a little bit. If we see 460 break back up on the NASDAQ, the bulls might be waking up a little bit this morning. For a slight comeback here. Tangy Man says his dad says that the Boeing contract was a Save Boeing giveaway. Oh, that could be true. I was curious why they went with Boeing for it whenever they have, whenever Lockheed made the F-22 Raptor. That's where it confused me. Tangy Man said Lockheed also got a contract, but nobody's talking about it. I don't think I saw theirs. I did see that Boeing and Lockheed were both making prototypes, you know, obviously, and they chose the Boeing one at the end of the day, but I didn't know that they gave them a contract as well. Oh, are you talking about the one for more F-35s or something? Oh, missile contract. This one was pretty recent. That's nice. Estimated completion date of March 30th, 2030. Wow. Yeah, I know. I feel you, Tangy. So much news lately, hard to keep track of it all. People are like, I love it on the nightly videos. They're like, how come you didn't talk about this? It's like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff out there. All right, looking at the market here right now, SPY really pulled back. Haven't checked on SPY in a minute. Slowly rejecting here off that high of pre-market around 548. I've had 547, 548, and 550 as major resistances. I was talking about 548 a lot in the morning today. $547, of course, was that really big level recently, but anywhere between 547 and 550, pretty good resistance. Yeah, poor SPY horde. I kind of hope that we end up just getting a big breakdown now. Either way, I just want a good directional move away from here. You know, I don't want to see the SPY like sit here and chop around like this. I'd rather us, you know, start to actually get a real flush going, or, you know, maybe start to break back above that high of the day, maybe even 550. Not all the way back, of course, but just like a slight recovery back to like 554. Something like that. If it starts to break above like this range today, I'll be watching for that as the day progresses, and then I'm also watching for this lower end of the range to break. Looks like right now we're going to be testing the lower end, which is nice. I'm sure some people are shorting it down into this area, but it is testing the lows of pre-market, so gotta be wary of a bit of support coming in. At least a little bit.
And as we could see, you know, the song did really well for us. It's a song that'll last forever.
Little child, dry your crying eyes. How can I explain the fear you feel inside? 'Cause you were born into this evil world where man is killing man, and no one knows just why.
What do you think about Nike, Alan said? NKE. Nike falling off in a pretty bad way here, down to around $55. That's a pretty bad drop there. Sean said, what do you know about Chop? Classic scene. Made some profit. Let's go. Is this going to break or bounce back up? With the SPY bouncing right now. Uh-oh. Slight bounce here. I'm leaning on the side of breakdown, but I have feeling on average the market's going to turn bearish for the next couple of quarters as reports start coming out about consumer spending. That could definitely be something that happens, Horde. I think consumers are going to start to get strapped a little bit more. I agree. I think consumer spending could drop. I'm really glad to see the market doing what it's doing right now. I know that the SPY dropping isn't necessarily something people love to see. I love to see the yields dropping. US 10Y. Now that's a big deal. This is huge. If we see yields continue to drop, this could be a great sign. Yeah, these yields, that's a big revelation on yields to see them dropping as much as they are. TLT is doing amazing on this. TLT calls could be a really fun opportunity during this time. You know, TLT is pretty low right now, honestly, around 92. Maybe even just TLT shares, honestly. TLT could be awesome here. And this is really awesome, especially if you guys are out there and you're like, you've been waiting to, like, let's say buy a house or like invest in real estate or anything like that. This could be a great sign. You know, if we start to see the US 10Y like actually like have a meaningful pullback, like let's say down to like 3% or less again. oh my gosh, we're gonna be seeing probably you're probably gonna see another crazy housing market and etc. And keep in mind, you know, what has Trump always done in his life? He's like done a lot of hotels, lots of real estate, lots of shit like that. He probably wants these rates low, you know, if we're thinking about it. Honestly, like anything like that probably helps. You know, these real estate investor guys and all that, so. Essentially, like, if we also see, like, another housing boom like 2020, what also, you know, in 2021, what also is going to suck is that, you know, housing prices will start to shoot up again, but you could try to take advantage and then, like, refinance or something like that, but definitely something to think about, though. Of course, let me know if you guys have any thoughts on that as well. You know, maybe I'm thinking wrong there, but that's definitely one thing that I'm looking for here the next few months. Lower rates equals more affordable housing. It equals... Okay, so here's the thing, Demure. If we do see, like, rates get low, housing prices might actually go up because, like, the housing market might start to boom and, like, people are overbidding on houses and stuff like that, trying to get in with these low rates again. Whereas, like, right now, the housing prices are just kind of staying steady, maybe gradually rising. I think the last time I checked, let's see, median housing price. Let's see. We should have a Fred. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, like right now, we can see housing prices generally, like, actually dropping a little bit. But I would say, like, if we zoomed in like a shit ton here. Let's see, can I zoom in? I thought I could zoom. Oh, yeah, there we go. Like, if we zoom in like this, we can see it's been rising a little bit recently. I guess this next reading for Q1 will be pretty huge, but it has been kind of stagnant and dropping as these yields have been so high. Now, if we see, like, let's say these yields start to go nuts, watch how during 2020 and 2021, we saw the median sale price of houses jump from 320,000, essentially, 330,000, up to like 430,000 within 2 years. So the cost of the house itself will go up, but if you're getting a 3% interest rate over a 7% interest rate, that's almost a bigger deal than even the house price actually going up. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. I guess more affordable, like, as in, like, the payment, but not, like, as in, like, the actual housing price. And yeah, supply and demand is definitely what I was pretty much saying the whole time. Yep. Right now, it's actually pretty easy. You know, you're not seeing, like, people overbidding on the houses, and maybe they are here and there, you know, on, like, a certain one or something. But for the most part, you know, you're not seeing that market still be what it was. But if we do see those yields come down, boy, oh boy, it will get fun out there. Tom will be buying up rental properties if it gets that low. Man, SPY is testing the low of pre-market right now. 542 coming into play. This is the first support that I have, 542. I have 540 coming up next. Yeah. And I'm sure a lot of people, Bill, they're going to refinance and they might take that money and it might even help the economy even too. You know, like, let's say that the rates get low and then they all refinance and they take some of that money and they use it for other things or something. But I understand where you're coming from, too. A lot of times when people refinance, they're kind of dumb and they'll, like, refinance and then they'll take, like, let's say that they had, like, 50 grand on, like, their house, you know, in equity or something, and then they refinance. A lot of people, like, just take that 50 grand and then go, like, buy a boat or buy a car or something kind of stupid, you know? I always see that go on. I'm like, oh. You should take that 50K and go put it as a down payment on another property while those rates are low is what you should. I'll go halfsies. I like that. Perfect. That's a good point too, Kuroka. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into housing, you know, that you got to think about in the back end there. That's true. Hey, that's pretty good, AK. I know a lot of people were doing stuff like that because of the, you know, trying to get people to actually get some loans. Oh, you meant the national debt. Gotcha, okay, gotcha, Bill. I didn't know you meant the national debt. My fault. I thought you just meant, like, everybody refinancing in America would add up to trillions. Now I understand what you're saying. Okay. Now I get it. Now I get it. I was a little lost there. You're talking about refinancing the national debt. Yeah. Hopefully the tariffs can actually pay down that national debt like Trump says. We'll see. We will see. It probably won't work, but who knows? You know what? Here's what I'll say, okay? Here's what I'll say. Now, hear me out for a minute, okay? Just hear me out. Over the years, everybody else always says stuff about the debt and then they never do anything, okay? At least right now, someone's trying to at least help with it a little. Now, it might not totally help like he says, but it'll probably end up increasing. Who knows, you know? The last time Trump was in, deficits went nuts, so... And, you know, the amount of money we owe and everything, so... I find it interesting that at least we're trying something a bit different. At least something's being tried different, right? Everybody else just goes with the status quo. Again, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying at least there's some effort there. I mean, Miguel, there can be all types of hypotheticals on what he's doing, but he said multiple times, you know, what the goal is with them. That's part of it. Of course, income tax is a big deal. I know he's mentioned that a lot as well. I'll tell you what. If they could get those income taxes down a little bit, I'd be ecstatic. $85.50. I like 83 coming up on PLTR. Trying to bounce at the bottom a little bit here. What's going to happen now? Luis said, awful morning for the stocks. I'm watching for a continuation down right now, Luis. The SPY is actually held low so well. It might try to react and bounce back up here, but I'm leaning kind of for a break. It's getting nasty. Let's turn on the Mag 7 setup. If you're new to the stream, destroy that subscribe button and also hit that like today. Vote up in the poll. 94 votes right now. Do you think Trump is forcing a recession? Yes, forcing it. No, but it might happen. No recession, or I don't know. Again, sometimes you have to force some bad to get some good done. Uh-oh, SPY broke down, guys. Uh-oh, SPY just broke down. 542 breaking down on the SPY. Uh-oh.
Your voice was all I heard, that I get what I deserve. So give me reason.
Ooh, very quickly. Reacting pretty well. I gotta check something. Somebody asked about the SPY from 570 to 530. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's pretty wild looking. I didn't think it would show anything, but I wanted to make sure. I normally, I've never heard anyone ask that on SPY before. It really blew my mind. They're probably a swinger. Yeah, I get you. I've never been asked anyone to smush it down like that. Let's look at the daily on the SPY. Like, one problem, like with, like, let's say the SPY and like just Bookmap in general, if you're looking at something like 570, which is fairly far away from where SPY is today. See, the thing is like, as the price gets closer to those levels, then you'll see more buyers and sellers actually stack up. But because the price is so far right now, nobody's like preemptively just stacking a shit ton of orders there. You might see like little orders, you know, like we do see little orders whenever we zoom out like that. Like you'll see like down here like 9,000 at 520 or something, but it just visually it doesn't look right because of how Bookmap works, because of how it's showing you where the most volume is, and it's all right around the money. Something that might help people out with the SPY with swinging, if they had a way to maybe like hide the heat map within like a $5 range on the SPY of the current price, if they were able to hide that, it would look a lot better. A lot visually better on the chart, but you'd have to like recode the book map to hide that. That's the thing. I'll explain it. It is showing up. All right, SPY is actually bouncing at that low of the day. Held 542. Wow. Decent pop back to the upside there. I'm surprised that's such a good pop back. It really looked like it was going to maybe do a breakdown there. I'm still going to watch it. I'm going to make an alert at that low of the day. Get alerted if that ends up touching it all. Hey, what's up, JB? JB, did you check your email at all? Make sure you check your email. You should have some instructions and stuff in there for you. Make sure to PM me on Discord if you didn't. Or PM Mason or me. One or the other. I got you though, JB. How's AAL doing for the put plays? What do you think, Tom? Ooh, AAL down. That's a fun one. I saw them dropping off this morning very, very early. I think it's an awesome play down. It's breaking below 10. I like that $10 support, so to see it break down today was a good sign to the downside. I saw some people eyeing this one up at open. I could see it going down more. Even intraday today, even if it pops back a little bit, I could see it falling off more, maybe by like market close, let's say. You inverted the chart on SPY just to trade puts? That's funny. That's not a... You know, I haven't heard of people doing that very often. I have heard of it before, Jay. But that is something that is kind of funny, you know? Like, what if you're just a mega bull out there and you just want to act like a bull? You could just flip your charts around. I didn't think about that, but that's kind of funny. Been a long time since I heard anyone say that. Tesla trying to bounce around this bottom range, 266 to 267. And hey, JB, also, make sure that you private message the right Tom Moore on Discord, too. Perhaps some AI enhancements that can make an educated guess based off historical data or something. That would be pretty cool. Yusu says hidden orders can't be displayed. And also, what else can't be displayed, of course, Yusu's is... like, let's just say... it's not necessarily like a hidden order. But let's just say that there's market orders, right? Like, let's say that there's some algo out there that somebody made for a hedge fund or who knows, right? Let's just make up something. Let's say that there's an algo out there. A lot of these people out there who do these things, they might be smart enough to, like, code these things to, let's say, place market orders. So, like, they don't always necessarily just throw out, like, a limit order and, like, let it sit there or, like, you know, have orders sitting there at 270. It'll essentially be like, okay, when the price hits 270, then market orders get fired off. You know, something along those lines. Or the limit orders get fired off, like, right at the money and, you know, at, like, something like where it's going to fill right away. Yeah, JB, there should be an access form sent to your email. Just shoot us a private message if you didn't get it. Can you please take a look at CCL on the 1-min chart? Right now, Carnival sitting around 1770, selling off a bit. It doesn't have the most momentum down right now. You know, one thing that worries me on the price action with Carnival today is this hit that it just had. I'm worried that that might be like a little base trying to form or something.
The cerebrum has suffered massive and irreparable damage. You never know what has happened to him. Had I not been sure of this, I would not have permitted him to live. Where? Father? I need help.
Cool.
What is democracy?
All right, I sent it to your PMs, JB.
Young men killing each other after.
When it comes my turn, will you want me to go?
For democracy, any man would give his only begotten son.
Man, that PA, yeah, it's a little bit weird on CCL. Not my favorite right now. I feel like it might end up bouncing back up a little bit. Tesla is stuck on this base right here. I like this for an opportunity up and out or an opportunity down below. You know, if we start to, like, identify a little breakout with Tesla, maybe target, like, a little breakout to the upside here at the same time. If it breaks down, maybe you target a little bit to the downside.
Dreaming or dead and remembering. How can you tell what's a dream and what's real when you can't even tell when you're awake and when you're asleep? Where am I?
Down to that low of pre-market would probably be ideal, but hopefully we see a larger flush if we see a drop down to there. Kind of just like let the market come to you. I feel like this is a good range. If it breaks, we could see either direction.
I just went ahead and chopped off everything. Oh, God. Please make them hear me. They won't listen.
All right. You're all good to go, JB. All set. CVNA is making me rich. I'm going to go puppies. There we go. CVNA Carvana. 190. Down 16%. Did you get some puts? I'm going to go puppies. Maybe he meant to say putties. That's funny. Carvana. Wow. Massive sell-off. How's CarMax? Is that KMAX? CMAX? Damn it. What was CarMax?
It won't always be like this, will it?
I can't live like this.
KMX, that's it.
Please, no, I can't. Help me. Help me.
See you later, Demure. Get some food.
I can't wake up.
All right, guys, give me 1 sec. YouTube's pissing me off. Or sorry, they're pissed at me and they're pissing me off, but here, let's see. Got to switch the songs here or we're going to get banned. Let's see. All right, let's see. How's this? Peace, Demure. Did I miss something with Demure? Tom, the markets might be red, but Ovi's making me green. I only bet like 20 bucks a goal, but I made like 200 bucks betting his goals right now. You know, I watched that one last night, Rook. They had that game on TNT, and if you watched it on TNT, they like followed Ovi around all game. It was kind of funny. They had like a special camera for Ovi. Even whenever he was on the bench, you saw Ovi. And it was funny because like whenever he would get pissed and start yelling stuff, you would see that. It's a straight Ovi watch, yeah. It really is. This is crazy. Mason said he's gonna make it. How many... Let's see how many games are left. There's 7 games left, it says. Dude, Ovi might even... What if he breaks Gretzky's goal, his record, and then he also wins the Stanley Cup? Here's my question. Will Ovi retire next year, or will he keep playing? Yeah, very rough day, Chrome. Chromie, very rough day. A lot of red. Spy keeps trying to test 542. I agree, Rook. He better get there, I'm telling you. $541.50. Might be getting the breakdown. What the hell? I'm playing non-copyrighted stuff, and it comes up and tells me that I'm playing copyrighted stuff and that I'm gonna get in trouble. What the hell? Did they lie? Watch them put, like, non-copyright in the title, and then, like, it's actually copyright. That'd be so funny. Yeah, that is weird with Aaron Rodgers, isn't it? He needs to go do more Hayabusa or whatever that is. Arahua. I don't know what the hell he took, but I remember that one season he took it and then they sucked. QQQ. And the SPY breaking down. SPY's right on the support. QQQ broke a little bit under 455. Watch out, it might be time for either puts or UVXY or SQQQ or something along those lines. It's pronounced ayahuasca. Ayahuasca, that's it. Sorry, I don't know my psychedelics good enough. I remember I saw somebody go take that, like the Nelk boys went on like a trip and went to go do that. All right. I'm gonna cry now. I'm switching the music again. They're pissed at me. This isn't fair. Let's go do some synthwave or electro. Let's see some cool stuff. All right, let's do... There goes the SPY! New low of the day has been achieved. Right when it seemed like it was gonna bounce. Let's go check out Tessie here. TSLA pulling back, unfortunately, under 265, all the way down to 263, starting to fill that gap. Looking rough. Get ready for the put opportunities, guys. Time to scalp some puts out there. Potentially, you know, SPY giving out at that low of the day is a pretty big deal. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people watching it on this breakdown, looking for some better opportunities to the downside. Just sold my 547 SPY put for 350. Very nice. Chill. It was still a good sell. You know, even though the SPY is continuing to break down. Do you have any levels to watch out for on SQQQ? Man, not really on the SQQQ, just because it moves with QQQ. Essentially, with SQQQ, you just want to see QQQ keep going down. So, you really want to watch the QQQ and maybe look for levels there. Now, the QQQ is falling down to levels it hasn't been at in a long time. We might actually be seeing like a more massive sell-off or pullback coming in. I would say on the QQQ chart, I love 450. 450. That would actually be a really good test today. Another $3 move down. Like another drop off there. That would go well. Is there a buy wall range from 1720 down to 17? No, you said there is. No, maybe not, Mike. It might not be too late. If the SPY keeps going down here today, Mike, and like if we continue this sell-off a little bit better, like towards 540 and then even below that, UVXY will still probably pop up a little more. It's not too late at all. I know it seems like it might be, but UVXY is weird. You just have to be careful whenever it does finally stop and turn around. You know, better to exit quickly on that one than hold all day. Because see, since it's like a leveraged ETF or just an ETF in that way, it'll probably reject and go crazy there. Wanted to take profit because I'm growing a small account. $540 is going to be a first big support here on the SPY. I have it more around 539 to 538, but 540 will be huge as well. And I'm really going back to this range on the SPY in the past, where we identified a lot of touches very close to this 538 to 540 area. Notice a lot of the PA around here. What's your thoughts on coin? Pretty big drop off here, 170. I think it looks good to the downside. The only slight negative is that it's getting close to support. This one's actually been turning over for like 30 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. That 168 support break was really hot. For a scalp, obviously an entry on that break would have been ideal. Which would have been right here. Somewhere around here. Note how it even came back to confirm off of that on coin. It like retouched it here. Oh my god, I just switched it again and... Alright, we're gonna do no copyright. Synthwave. I'm sorry, YouTube. Gosh. Can you give me a break? What do I need to do? Pay some musician to make my own songs or something? Sheesh. All right, here we go. It says copyright free, Twitch safe. I mean, if this one don't work, I don't know what to say. I don't. I'm literally playing like free stuff. Like this is not copyrighted, right? It says it's not. Where do you see support for Tesla? New low of the day. 260, definitely on Tesla. 260. Huge on Tessie. Oh yeah. Lots of bounces at 260 recently on Tesla. That'll also be where the gap fills, so 260 would be pretty near perfect here. If it could get close to that on the drop, and I think it can. It's not very far off. It'll probably just do like a one candle push towards it soon. Let's see though. Going back to the hourly. 252 and 250. Going to be major. Very large resistance, or I should say support. Sorry about that. Support at that 250 mark. That's even a big psychological level as well. You wrote this for your sister's quinceañera? 2 trillion wiped from the stock market today. That's the weird thing, Yusus. I was playing like the rock songs like usual, and it doesn't normally come up and like tell me that all the time. But it did today. I'm getting a little worried that they're changing policy or cracking down more, or I don't know, but it always affects the stream, but it just depends on if they're gonna actually like block the stream. Like what they'll do is they'll essentially just like take me off the air, and that's what they were kind of threatening in a way. Most of the time, it just makes it so that, like, the stream gets demonetized or something. Yeah, I'm sure that they are, Tangy. Like this one. Like this song right here. It says copyright free, study music, it's Twitch safe, all that stuff. And it literally just popped up and told me that they're gonna block it if I keep playing it. Kind of crazy. Maybe if I email like Led Zeppelin, they'll be like, hey, yeah, sure, you can use it on the stream. I've never thought about that, but what if I emailed like AC/DC and I'm like, hey, I just want to play your songs on our morning stream, nothing crazy. Will you put me on your allow list, please? The Good Kid Band? Let's try that one. The Good Kid Band. Let's... The Good Kid Band. Oh my gosh. Let's see how these things sound here. Have you guys ever heard these? I wonder how this is gonna go. Kids Bop. Yeah, I remember that. I used to have a Kids Bop Christmas version. That's funny. 262 on Tesla. Sorry about that, though, guys. Just trying to figure out the music there. Celsius, $36. Yeah, they probably did, Yusus. They probably did. Watch those buttons even get me in trouble. That'd be funny.
How dare you!
Whoa, Greta, are you mad at YouTube? Greta, are you mad that they won't let us play the music?
How dare you!
Oh yeah, she's pissed. She doesn't normally come back 2 times like that.
How dare you!
Oh my god, make it a 3rd. Very angry today. Greta, you should go protest outside the headquarters somewhere. I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, YouTube. It was a joke. Boeing 155, 154, the sell-off continues. SPY still going, 540 coming into play. Yep, hey, already. Let's see, let's do. Already did it. Who said to play Good Kids? Cody? Cody already is telling me. It already is telling me that it could be blocked. Crazy. You know what I think that we were getting away with some of that classic rock? Is that a lot of those were like covers or something. And I think that that's like where we were kind of getting away with some of those. Let's try one more. Let's try one more here. Let's go see Ford, General Motors. Oh wow, they ended up falling off. Oh, at least Ford did. Ford's down quite a bit. This isn't good for Ford if they really end up rejecting here at 10 bucks. Looks like this is going to be the case for him, too. Terrible rejection. RILF, what is that? Oh. Yeah, that makes sense, Mr. So-and-so. Definitely makes sense. I hope they're not doing that to me, though, of course. But. Oh, it's like, I got you, Tangy, man. I was wondering here. I was wondering. Let's go look at some daily SPY support. That better not be what's going on here, so-and-so. I would start guessing the word you mean, Tangy, but I don't think I'm gonna. What are those lines? Volumes or gamma? The lines, like these red lines on my chart. And the green lines here. These are just my own support and resistances. Nothing like gamma or anything like that. These are crucial areas where the SPY has a lot of price action and a lot of touches and a lot of reaction. That's really what I'm watching for, is like that reaction there. Yeah, okay, those are supports and resistances. Is the pullback on Core is a good time to enter? Core Scientific. I don't know anything about CORZ, unfortunately, here. Man, Alan, I wish I knew more about Core Scientific as a business. I don't know anything about them. It seems like one that would be pretty good on the dip with the way it's moving, but I would say this. There's a big gap to fill on the daily between like 5.40 and $6. I could see it filling that gap before it goes up. The main thing with CORZ on this dip is going to be willing to dollar cost average in. You know, this stock, well, it could probably end up like going like this, you know, before finally like popping off like 2 years later, right? Just throwing it out there. I'm not saying it's the best time to buy the dip or like we're going to be sniping it, but I think it's an okay time to start dollar cost averaging in, but you definitely have to give yourself room to averaging well. I immediately thought of Coors Light as well, Mason. I was kind of hoping it was that when I was typing it in. Look at that turnover on Citigroup's daily chart. They actually filled the gap. They filled the gap. Pretty funny. Bank of America, JP Morgan, all the daily charts look brutal here. Absolutely brutal.
Like a hand reaching for a handle, but to find that it was never there. Candidly, I can't handle knowing that it's all up in the air. I thought the world ended in March until I heard the doorbell ring. Can't keep from falling apart, but I'll glue back everything again. This can't be the end.
ORMP looks good. That's the diabetes pill company that Ben Shapiro's in. It's like an Israeli company too. Orup Med. I still follow this one every once in a while. This one could be a fun penny stock. If you just buy and hold it, you don't have to own a ton of it. A little bit could probably go a long way on ORMP, but of course, it's going to be very, very risky, and you're really banking on that pill coming to fruition a bit more. But yeah, a pill for like insulin is pretty insane. I think that could end up going over really well if we do see, everything go well with it. Hell yeah, Tandy says 1,400 worth. That's pretty good. SPY's at 540, guys. It's touching it. It actually got under it ever so slightly. $540's breaking. Never mind, I talked too soon. Yeah, it's reacting a little bit here. It did break it technically, but not... Only like one candle was under it. All right, guys, let's end the poll. Is DG on your watch list? My only green position today. Dollar General. Really? It's up? Wow. Is Dollar Tree moving? Sometimes we do see these stocks move with weird drops in the market. DG is up though, huh? What's going on there? That's pretty crazy. Where's that big money player from February? Gosh, that guy. That was a wild swing on that one. Yeah, I know. I know, right, Mason? The $1.50 tree. $1.50 tree. affected by tariffs? I'm not 100% sure on that. I would think that if we have a lot of people in the world or in the United States who are hurting, sometimes I've heard of things like, let's say, Dollar General and Dollar Tree doing better as people try to shop and save money and go to those stores. But I don't think that they'll necessarily be affected by tariffs all that much. If they're affected by tariffs in a bad way, then we would have to look at like Costco, probably in the same light, and like Walmart and anyone else that sells similar stuff. Costco was having a pretty good move today. I was happy with that one. I almost canceled my Costco membership because I like never go there. And then I was like, I'll just keep it. Who cares? It's like, it's kind of neat to go there sometimes. $2 tree. Oh gosh, I know, right? That's why I kept it, Mason. Diaper buying. Yeah, the diapers. You know, we've been lucky, you know, whenever you have a kid, I didn't know this, but like, you know how they have those baby showers and stuff? I couldn't believe it. Like, we got so many diapers and stuff. We haven't really had to buy too many. We have had to buy a few, but not like a ton. But man, I'll tell you the thing that's real annoying is like milk and like Tom, how long can this last? Is there any chance of recovery by when? When you say recovery by when, are you talking about like an overall move with the overall market, or are you just talking specifically like today? I think that the market will start to really recover at like the end of 2025. If I were gonna give like a random time frame and like a random guess here, and I'm talking just a straight up guess, I'm guessing sometime around like November, maybe like October of this year, we might start to get more of an uptick. Maybe the beginning of 26. Maybe more of what I'm thinking, but thoughts on Avgo? Nike and Avgo. Everyone's talking about Nike and Avgo right now. Nike looks a bit rough. Avgo selling down. Pretty big pullback on Broadcom. I'll tell you what though, Broadcom is on a big support. Look at this Broadcom support coming into play here today. It's like right on it, guys. So if you're looking at Broadcom right now, like 158, 157.50, major support on Broadcom. This was a big hit in the past. It doesn't mean that it can't break below it, though. It can still break down below, don't get me wrong. But it's a big level today. If you start to see it break below like 157 now, it could get pretty exponential. I think it could get way worse. And SPY broke 542 and then bounced at 540. Not enough directional action. I like how nobody talked about that ISM data today. Literally no one cared at all about that data. Luis was thinking ARM, Nike, Avgo. Those are your biggest losers. Poe says next president when Trump's out will recover. It better be before then, Poe, or else I'm going to be pissed. Man, ARM is brutal right here, Luis. Man, the thing about ARM is a lot of people argue it was a little overvalued while it was higher. It probably still is overvalued. I'd hit Hunter up on that one. Nike got extremely crushed. Wow. Under 70 down to 56. Not looking good. All right, let's just go back to the old, let's go to the 2010s mix on the playlist, because if we're going to get in trouble, I'm going to get in trouble playing some good shit. X has a minus 0.2 correlation to SPY. It's getting smacked. Shouldn't it be doing better? Yeah. It should. It should, but one thing to realize is that the correlation doesn't always play out day to day, even though over the past year it's been the case. I wonder if there's any updates with them. Nothing today. They're pretty big because of those steel and aluminum tariffs. That's supposed to maybe help US Steel a bit, but that is a pretty bad pullback today. I would say it's just pulling back with everything else generally. Let's go see CLF, another metals player. Oh my god, CLF looks bad too. Wow. These steel companies really pulling back.
Give it to the people, spread it across the country. Here we go back. This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So
I can hold that long, bros. My margin calls are killing me. Not sure what to do. I start selling ARM today for $36 per share loss.
I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me. Go hard like I got it in my heart.
Yeah, I hope you can hold too, Luis. Just be aware, you know, buying companies a little too high. I know Hunter's been talking negatively on Nike for a long time. Man, Luis. And I'm not saying like man Luis, I'm just saying like Luis in general. I would say, since it seems like you're really into like long-term stuff, check out the Deep Value Club in the Discord. Check out the DVC, it's only $30. you can join up and like Hunter will like almost help you make like a whole portfolio in there if you keep asking him questions. It's pretty sick. Check it out. I'll send you a link. I think for only 30 bucks. I mean, it's like, you're like, man, saving so much money over the long term maybe with some of these stocks. You know, Hunter might have some ideas for you with Avgo and Nike as well. You know, he does a lot with valuations, and he just put a Nike article out like a week ago. He makes some articles on there too. DVC, hell yeah, Deep Value Club. Yeah, check it out. I just sent it, and whenever you sign up, you'll also get like emails sent to you with Hunter's articles and everything that he makes, and you'll have access to his special section in the Discord. But a lot of people I talk to, they're like, "Oh my God, $30, that's way too much," and I'm like, to me that seems like nothing. You know, like with Hunter, you can join up and like really put yourself in a really good long-term position. You know, you don't even have to necessarily be in it for like 3 years or anything. You know, just you could be in for like a month, 2 months, get your positions. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, cancel. But not just for you, for everybody listening, of course. I wanted to explain that. Back to Tessie on the 1 min, recovering back. SPY recovering back as well. 540 held up a bit. 540, big support. Held. We've had some good selling, but it seems like there's a bit of a base trying to form now, like the tide's trying to shift a bit more. What's your take on GLD? Amazing. It can't get better, I don't think, on GLD. It's down a little bit today, but like last night and after hours and everything, gold has been popping off. I will say, with gold and silver, okay, especially gold, it's getting a little overextended. I don't know how much more it can keep going before it finally does start to sell down at least a little bit. I am worried about a pullback. Now, the thing is as we can tell, the gold uptrend can definitely go for a long time. So, it's not like it has to turn over right away. But I am being more wary with swings to the upside on it here. All right, guys, we're probably going to call the stream here. I appreciate you joining up. Don't forget, we are running a special trading floor deal right now. We run these every so often. It's a fantastic deal if you're looking to get into the trading floor or if you're looking to upgrade your subscription. The bot just had its best play ever. The Surge bot on GameStop. 1,300% on one play there. Sending the link in the chat now. If you have any questions, shoot me a private message in the Discord. But the deal takes $100 off of yearly. Use code BIGMONEY at checkout. Screenshot this if you want. Save the code. But click that link. Check out the page. There's some nice videos and information on that page as well. Let's go, Sean. Thanks for being here. And thanks, Tangi, man. Luis, everybody, thanks for joining up today. Mason, of course. Rick. Poe. So-and-so. Kevin. Yusus. Ghost. Selena. Allen. Cody. BK. Yuli. Hunter F. Rook. J-Bass. JB. J. Namasar, Demure, Just P, Ryan Sue, Baby Bangle, AK, Bill Stevens, Mario, Aller, Tack, Horde, Miguel, Brad, Band Nerd, had quite the chat today, Scout Trooper. Thank you guys. Hope I didn't miss anybody. If I missed anybody, sorry about that. Dexter, let's go. Hell yeah, Rich. Shoot Mason a DM on Discord or myself if you want to get into the DVC. We'll give you some info. Hell yeah, guys. Vote for Tom 2028. Let's go. See you later.
Thank you.